Hey guys, it's Malonb or Malonb from Facebook or MalonBshop.com, and I'm here to make my cast of crew video for the week. I decided to update today as opposed to waiting a couple of weeks, just because I wanted to kind of give you guys a few updates that have to do with, I guess, with a date before then. So let me just start off with the knitting stuff. I do have a couple of items completed, one knitting and one crochet item. Let me show you the knitting item. And of course, this was a work in progress on my last update video, which I'm sure I showed you guys. It is my hand braid cowl. I made it in this yellow colorway. I really like how it turned out. You guys know I made one prior to this one, and I used one of those yarns that have color transitioning to them, like long color transitions. And it turned out pretty nice, but because of the colors, you weren't able to see the pattern very well. But for this one, it came out really nice. Unfortunately, I don't really know much about this yarn since I got it from a D-stash and it didn't have a label or anything. But again, really pretty. It has like little brown spots here and there. I like how they kind of pull together in certain spots. I really like it. But this is how it came out. And this time I did, well, I cast it on less than what the pattern called for. For this one, I think I cast it on 85. Again, just because my preference is for cowls that are a little tighter around my neck as opposed to looser ones. And I did go by the pattern as far as how tall to make it. So I think next time I will go a little taller, again, just because it's my preference. And the funny thing about this pattern is that it is a paid for pattern. Again, it's called a hand braid cowl. I didn't realize that it had, or it comes with, or it includes a scarf version. Obviously I made the cowl, but the scarf version would just be a long scarf, of course. But I didn't even realize it came with that option until I finished this one. So I think the next one I'm going to be working on, I'll be making the scarf version. I do have one work in progress in knitting. I started a shawl. This one is called, let me see, the Sloan, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Sloan Shawl by Annie Has, Disbert Knits Designs. It is a paid for pattern. Looks like that. Here's the information. I think it's maybe somewhere like around $3, something like that. And I was actually browsing for shawls to make with some of my hand spun. I know I showed it to you guys last time. I had made or had spun up some really nice color transitioning yarn, and I was looking for a shawl to make with that so I could use as much of it as possible. I did make that into a cake, and it turned out to be like a giant cake. This is it. But here you can really see the colors. Goes from brown to like the purple pink to the beige and then to the dark purple. And it is pretty much a huge cake. I forgot the exact yardage on this, but it was around 300, a little over I think 300 yards. So again, really one of my, actually this is the best yarn I have spun so far. I'm really excited to use it up. I have not found a perfect pattern for this yet, but again, in the process of looking for one for that, I did find this one, the Sloan Shawl. And again, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. That's how I think it is pronounced. And I started to make one with the yarn I had from my monthly yarn pick. If you guys remember, this was a yarn I picked up for this month of April, and I actually had not used it yet, even though it's almost the end of the month already, but I had not used it yet, so I decided to use for this. I did have one other skein of the same type of yarn in a pink color that looks like that. I thought they would go together, so I am striping the shawl, and so far it looks like this. I have a lot of what do you call that? Okay, let me just say my shawl is too big. A lot of stitches, there you go. My shawl has a lot of stitches, so it's bigger than the needles I have it on already. So unfortunately I can't stretch it all out to show you guys, but you'll get the idea. It looks like this. And again, I am striping it. Now this shawl I really like because it has a really nice texture to it. I just love the texture it has, and to me it feels and it looks like a warmer shawl as opposed to like the ones that have the yarn overs or, you know, holes in them, kind of thing, if you guys know what I mean. So I think this one will be really nice for winter time. Again, not that I will be using it anytime right now, but it just feels so nice. The yarn itself is really nice to work with. This is, I think, Cascade yarns, called Quattro. I didn't get the label, but this is it. And it actually is for like a 4-ply. So you can see the red one has, I think, 1 ply of orange or an orangey ply, where the pink one is more of a barber pole. I think it has maybe 2 pinks in there or 3 pinks and 1 leather color. Anyway, really nice. It is really soft and stuff, but it's also kind of a little splitty, but I think because it is 100% wool, it's not super wash or anything. The plies kind of stick to themselves, so they don't really want to unravel all that bad, if that makes sense. So it's a little splitty sometimes, but otherwise it's not too bad to work with. And I do have, I think that's all for knitting for right now. And for crochet wise, I do have one item that I completed, and this has to do with the game that I currently beat, or yeah, I mentioned it in my last update video as well. I was playing a game called Bravely Default. I finally have beat the game, which I'm so excited about because it actually took me quite a while, a really long while to actually complete it. You guys know that I'm trying to make at least one item relating or inspired by whatever game it is that I beat. And in this game, your characters get different costumes depending on what abilities you want them to have. And one of those costumes is a pirate costume. I will be posting a picture here for you guys to see what they both look like. So the one I made, or that I picked, was the girls version of the costume. So this is pirate inspired, and the colors are actually generally pirate. I think most pirate stuff have this color, so it's not like so, you know, so character specific that it can't fit into the into the category in general. But I made a couple of, or a set of fingerless mitts. They look like this. Pretty simple, nothing too exciting. I did want to add maybe a couple of buttons here, but I just don't have any that really fit it. So I think I'm just gonna maybe use some felts to do some embellishment there. But this is what they look like. And I have not crocheted any fingerless mitts in quite a while either, so I was like, maybe I'll try that out. This is like a regular ruffle. The only thing about this part, the ruffle part, is that I had to pin them down. I do have some pictures and some more details on my project page on Ravelry if you guys want to check it out. But I had to pin them down so they're like, you know, facing the top of the mitt, if you guys can see. Otherwise, without being pinned down, and again, I do have pictures on my Ravelry page if you guys want to go take a look. To me, they look like clown ruffles. You know, sometimes, like as a clown costumes, they have like these ruffles they wear around their neck. That's what they reminded me of. So I was like, I have to pin it down so they can look more like how I want. But anyway, this is my second completed project. And crochet wise, I'm still working on my granny square blanket. You guys know I'm working on that Nintendo inspired one. For that one, actually, I realized that I made a mistake as far as keeping track of how many squares I did. And it's sort of like, it made me feel kind of stupid for not realizing sooner, but I completely just did not think about it until recently. While I was updating how many squares I did for the week. What I was doing was, well, maybe it was because I started off working on the whole length of the blanket rather than just going by halves. If you guys do not know what I'm talking about, if you guys have not seen my blanket, I will be posting a picture here. And I also do have more updates. Actually, I always update each week regarding my progress. And again, that's a part I kind of messed up on, like the number part, because when I started working on the blanket in the really beginning, I worked from one end to the other end, so like one whole bottom row per se. But then I decided to work on a quarter. You guys know my blanket is going to be like 4 different pictures all in one. So I decided to work on one picture and then move on to the next one, etc. So when I did that, automatically the rows that you worked are really half of the width of the blanket, if that makes sense. So in my notes, I was updating one row as being the whole width rather than just half. So anyway, no big deal. The blanket itself is okay. I don't have to undo anything, so that's always good. But that was just a little bit more trouble for me, and I actually have not gone to correct it yet, but I will be doing that sooner than later. I know those are just probably my personal notes anyway, for me to keep track of what and how much I'm doing on it. But I actually have been working on that again. I recently got a set of clover hooks, crochet hooks. I think it's called a soft grip. I didn't bring the label with me, but with those, it doesn't hurt my hand as much as working with my usual hooks, which have been the regular metal hooks. I don't even know when I got those. I had them forever. I think my mom got them back in the day. She was never a knitter or crocheter from what I knew, but I think she used to work at a store at some point, and I think that's where she got it from somehow, and then she just had it for years until I started crocheting. So since I already had them, that's what I used, and haven't really purchased any hooks for myself because I already had so many. And she really did like stuck up on them. Again, I don't know why, since she was not really a crocheter or knitter or anything, but anyway, they worked out. And now with these new hooks, yeah, it just doesn't hurt my hands as much, so that's pretty nice. I'll be working on this a lot more, or as much as I can. I think that's actually all the knitting and crochet stuff I have to share with you guys. But I did want to mention something else as well. I wanted to mention that Maryland Sheep and Wool, I know some of you guys are going. From the podcast that I watch regularly, I know that maybe like 3 or 4 people are going on the same day I am. This is a festival that I think it's on Saturday and Sunday. I'm only going on Saturday. I live fairly close to it, I guess. From me, it's about like a little under 2 hours, maybe like an hour and 45 minutes. So I will only be going one day, which is on Saturday. And again, from the people that I watch usually on YouTube, there's I think 3 or 4 that I know who will be going the same day. Hopefully I'll get to meet up with them. I also know there will be a podcast meetup kind of thing going on. I don't really know what time it is or anything, but if I have a chance to, I will be showing up there, especially if I have not already met up with, have seen the people I want to meet. Hopefully they'll also be there so I can meet them. But if any of you guys are also attending, again, I will be there on Saturday. If you are attending and you want to, again, get together, just say hello or meet up somewhere, you can leave me a comment or send me a PM and we can make some plans. Right now, the only plan I have is to go there and basically just walk around. Again, if I don't see the people walking around that I know will be there, that I want to say hi to, I probably will stop by the meetup for the, what is it called? The meetup for the podcasters, there you go, in general. So other than that, it's just me walking around and seeing what I want to purchase. You guys know I have been on a yarn ban or yarn diets since the beginning of the year, and I actually did pretty well. Although, again, in my last update, I also told you guys that I did have one shipment coming, not of yarn, but of fiber, and it got here. So look forward to a mail time video coming up, probably tomorrow. I think I'll post it up just to show you guys all the fiber that I got. So while I'm there in the festival, I probably will not be looking for any fiber, although if there is some that I just have to have, I will be purchasing still, but I probably will be looking more for yarn. I also wanted to look for shawl pins. I don't really, actually I do not have any shawl pins at all, so I definitely want to at least find a couple of shawl pins I can use. And more recently, I've been looking into more fiber related stuff. So I was thinking of getting maybe a blending board eventually. It is just a board where you can blend different fibers or make rollags, or if you guys know what they are. But anyway, I wanted to maybe get one eventually, so I kind of know what the pricing is pretty much online, like the average price. So I'm assuming there will be more vendors or vendors in general there who may be offering blending boards as well. So I'll be looking for that also. I don't know if I'll actually buy one there, but obviously if I think it's a good price, and I'm actually, yeah, if I actually get a chance to see it and, you know, see how I feel about it, etc., you know, I may purchase one. The only other thing I was looking for there is, actually I think that was it, just maybe see what I have available as far as blending boards. Definitely some shawl pins, maybe some yarn. I'm not sure about that actually, because, you know, like all this time that I've been on a yarn diet, I've been to Michael's a few times, and actually I've done this a lot of times. I can't even count how many times that I have gone online, I have loaded up my basket with all the stuff I wanted to get, and just at the last moment just never actually purchased. I'm sure you guys do that too. That's helped a lot. It helped me a lot. But in general, like not buying yarn in so long, for me it's so long, I think it really made me realize that I don't need it. Maybe I was just buying because I want to buy something, like I have the need to buy, even if it's not something I really need, if that makes sense. I think that's probably true to an extent. As pretty as the color may be, or as great as the prices, etc. may be, the reality is that I don't need more yarn. I really do have more than enough to work with and to do what I want to do, etc. So I think that kind of taught me that, even though I already knew it, it made me realize it more. So if I'm actually gonna go buy some yarn this weekend or this coming weekend at the festival, I think I will really maybe have an idea of what I'm really gonna use it for. I don't think I'll be buying just because it's pretty or soft. But you know, maybe when I get there, I'll just go back to my old ways. So we will have to see. Okay, but yes, my point to that was, if you are attending the Maryland Sheep and Wool and you have not told me about it, or I do not know about it, let me know. That way I can be looking for you, or you can be looking for me. And yeah, we can just meet up, take a picture. I would like to take pictures. If any of you guys are going and we do meet up there, I would like to take some pictures so I can feature them on my next update, if that is okay. In general, if you don't want me to feature them, that's fine, but if you would be okay with that, I would like that a lot. Yeah, so if you're going and I don't know about it, or again you just want to meet up, let me know. You can send me a message, leave me a comment below, and no, maybe I'll see you around. The next thing I did want to bring up is that another exciting thing. We have made it over 900 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Again, thank you guys so much. That is really amazing and really exciting for me. If you guys have seen my last mail time video, you already kind of know, actually you already do know what the prices will be for this one. So I don't know when I will have the video up regarding the giveaway, but it will be coming soon. I want to say, I wanted to say maybe next weekend, but because next weekend is a festival, I don't actually know if I'm going to have enough time to, you know, to make a video, because I will be making one for the update for that, or my weekly update as well. So if I can, I will try to post one up next weekend, but if not, just be looking out for one. I will have one up sooner than later regarding that. I think I have decided that we will have 4 prizes for that. And again, if you want more details, I actually do talk about it on my last, I talked about it in my last mail time video, so check it out. And as far as mail time video, as I already told you guys, I have made a purchase of fiber. So I will be having a mail time video up. Like I said, did I already say that tomorrow? So I think I did. Okay, well, that's all for now, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.